Hey guys, it's Carl Brown from GuitarLessons365.com. Today we're going to take a look at the intro riff to Runaround by Van Halen. This is on their Unlawful Carnal Knowledge album, and it's one of my favorite riffs off the album. It really moves around a lot, and it's got some cool little bends in there and stuff, so I thought it'd be fun to check it out. So let's take a look at it here. We're going to start with a bend, a slight. You want to just make it sound like you're bending into the open A string. So you're bending the 3rd fret on this on the low E string downward, and by the time you grab that A, you need to come over and put these 2 fingers here, the 2nd fret on the D and the G strings. So we have this. Next phrase is this. So that's doing a bend there on the 3rd fret on the A string now, and to the open D. Then you're gonna hold it's basically a D suspended 2nd chord. I just use my so I can have my 3rd finger available here. I use my 2nd finger on the that A note, which is the 2nd fret on the G string, and then the pinky at the 3rd fret on the B string. So I picked across the strings from the 4th string all the way to the high E, back down to the 3rd string, and then reach down and grab that 3rd fret on the 6th string again. Alright, so let's play slowly through it so far. Alright, the next phrase is this. Alright, so that's a little bit of a quick little move around there. So that's, let me just go from the beginning so you know where we're at. So we did an open A string, back, and then a slight bend on the 3rd fret, and then back to the open A. Then those same, pick the open A, the D, and the G strings there with those, the 2nd fret there on the D and the G. And then you play the 3rd fret on the A and the 6th fret on the G. So. Alright, so when you get to that, this G note here, so that's pretty cool. So we got that G note, then hit the G string open. Then you need to pick you're gonna have the 3rd fret on the B, 1st fret on the B, and the open. And then the open D string, and then 2, 4, 2. And then come back, grab that 3rd fret again on the low E, bend it slightly downward into the A string. So let's do all that together really slow. So that kind of starts it over again. When you get that, that's almost like the first bend we did. Goes through the same thing. Alright, so there, the 2nd time through, it stops when it does that. You can play that actually with the 3rd fret and then this 3rd finger and the 2nd finger on this low E. So then you do the ending. So it starts with the G chord, just kind of the top 4 strings. You got the 3rd fret there on the B and the high E to a D. Alright, so let's do it all together. Alright, so it's a riff that can kind of tie your hands in knots a little bit, so you got to really kind of focus on it and get those bends sounding right. So it kind of feels like they're just kind of bending into those notes. So it's a little bit tricky to that, and you got to keep a lot of notes ringing, and there's a lot of things moving around at once. And then it's got that kind of little melody notes on top of bass notes. So it's a pretty cool little thing to practice, and I think it's one of his funnest riffs that he's ever written. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll have another riff soon for GuitarLessons365.com. Bye-bye.